Hi guys, so this video is about the symbols used in sets and how we use them to answer questions. So I'll just go down through them really quickly. So the top one up here is it just shows you that the brackets that we use in sets. So we don't use normal brackets like those in sets. We use these kind of swirly brackets. So that's the way I draw them. There's different variations of drawing them, but it's something like that. The next one is it's like an upside down kind of a horseshoe, or an upside, and similar enough to an N symbol. So it's like this. That means intersecting. So it's the elements that are in A and B. So an element must be in both of them. Must be in A and it must be in B for it to be included in that set. The third one is union. So that means the elements in A or B. So if it's in A or if it's in B, then it can be included. The next one is subset. So that's like a set within another set. So it's a set that is part of another set. The next one is cardinal number. So it's like a little hash sign. So that's just the number of elements that are in a set. The next one is A, and then the little dash here above it is, it's called A complement. So it's everything that is not in A. So everything outside of A would be included in that. And then the last one is the U. So you see that in the example here is always up in one of the corners. So it's the universal set. So the big U, that just means everything altogether. So let's have a look through the example here then. So we're going to use the information that's up there to help us answer these few questions. So part I anyway, you have to list the elements that are in B. So B, the elements that are in B, and notice how I'm just using these kind of brackets again here. So I can see that the number 3, the number 7 are both in B, but also the number 4 and the number 8 are in B because they're within the B circle. So that B circle, everything within that circle has to be in B. So elements of B are 3, 4, 7 and 8, and then I'm closing my brackets again. So that's the first one answered. That's just the elements that are in B. Next one then, it's A intersecting B. And if we look back up to the box that we have at the top, for A intersecting B, it's the elements that are in A and B, so they have to be in both of them. So look at all those numbers there and think about which numbers are in both A and they're in B. Well, you should be able to see that it's going to be the 4 and the 8 because those are in A and they're in B. They're in the little intersecting bit that's in the middle. So 4 and 8. The third one then is A union B. So let's have a think about that one then. So you'll see here again, union, that's the elements that are in A or B. So that means that any element that's in A or in B could be included. So if you see anything that's in A or you see something that's in B, it's all of those. So you should be able to see then that there's a good few of them. So this 1 is in A, so that's included. This 6, this 9, this 4, this 8, they're all in A, and the 4 and the 8 are in A and B. And then there's 3 and there's 7. So they're in A or they're in B. They're in one or the other. So it's going to include all of those. So this is going to be a big set. So it's going to be 1, 3. I'm just listing them in order numerically now. 4, 6, 7, and 8. So that's A union B. Next one is A complement. So A complement, if we look up here, that's everything that is not in A. So everything that's not in A. So if you think about it, this 3 is not in A, this 7 is not in A, this 2 is not in A, and this 5 is not in A. So all of those numbers will be in this set then. So 2, 3, 5 and 7. So they're the elements of the set A complement here. And then the very last one is, so it's just the cardinal number of B. So it's all this means is it's the number of elements that are in B. So the cardinal of B, if you just think how many elements are in B, well, you've got the 4, the 7, the 8, and the 3. So there's 4 altogether. So we'll just write down 4 elements that are in A and B. So by element we just mean number that's in it, or something that's in the set. So here's another question then. So if you just want to pause the video now and attempt this one, try to write down the elements that are in each set. So you're going to start with A again. Don't forget to put in your these kind of brackets. And then if you want to just pause it, try it, and then play it on, and I'll go through the answers. So for A anyway, you should be able to see that the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all in A. So remember, the 3 and the 4 are included as well because they're in the A circle. Second question is A union B. So that's everything that's in A or in B. So it can include, so if it's in A or if it's in B, then it's included. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 8 as well. The 8 is also included because it's in B. The next one is A complement. So that's everything that's outside of A. So the 1 and the 2 won't be included, or the 3 and the 4, because they are in A. So we've got 5, 6, 7, and the 8 as well, because the 8 isn't in A either. Next one is A intersecting B. So the elements that are in A intersecting B, that means they have to be in both A and in B. So they have to be in both of them. So there's only 2 there, it's 3 and 4. So try and think this kind of N shape always just means the middle bit, or generally just means the middle bit. The last one then, so the last one might take a little bit of thinking about. It's A intersecting B complement. That means if we take everything that's in the set A intersecting B, it's everything that's not in that set. So it's everything that's not in that set. So if you look at up here, we've already actually calculated what's A intersecting B. So it's going to, for this next set, it's going to be everything that's not in that set. So it's everything that's not 3 or 4 basically. So it's everything outside of the intersecting part. So that's going to be 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7 are there, and 8 is there as well. So that's all my answers.